Race 2 of the Test Night MRC GTTCC Series Season 12 it is now. Just testing things out, both for myself here. I felt in the last race commentary my mic was a bit too close to my mouth, so I've just pulled a little bit further away, so hopefully it's not as like it doesn't sort of like stutter, I guess is the word for into the mic all the time. So anyway, without further ado, we shall start this race, and it all kicks off turn 1. And all it was just someone misses their braking point, but it kind of like turned the race upside down. But we shall go through the field and take you through this race. So we wasn't in the last race, but Street Boy's here in first place in McLaren. I think that's McLaren. Yep. Potter McPot is in WRC in second. Mad Brush Racing. Oh, that took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting to see that first thing in the morning. Oh man alive, that is going to be so off-putting. Tennis. Oh god, that's hideous. Anyway, Mad Brush Racing, who wasn't in the last race, is here now. I don't even know what car it is. I'm put off. I don't want to look where that is. In third place, Quinn is in. Looks like a Jag is in fourth. Nugs is here in a Ferrari in fifth. We've got Racing Softs on the front and Super Softs on the back. Holy moly's on Racing Super Softs in a McLaren, in the PlayStation team. JRC 87 is in a Renault. Richie is here in another Renault. Again, he was racing in that Renault last race, but this is a test night, so I guess he's testing out which car is which is best. And then we get to all the White Shark, Great White Shark clan. White Shark Ben in 9th in a GTR. White Shark Phil in a Honda in 10th. Blackie is in an Alpha in 11th. Checky is in a Renault in 12th. Bobby is in an Audi in 13th. Myself, Beserker-Boy, in Jack Daniels team Subaru Scooby. Number 36 is the bus. The other one of the White Shark clan, White Shark Jim in a Muzzy, back here in 15th. And Jay Willis is also in a Muzzy, back here in 16th. Interesting choice of car, the Muzzy. Let's see how these boys get on. But Jay, superb drive from Jay. Last race, have to say. We'll start from where I was in this race, because I had a grandstand view of what went wrong at turn 1. So, and you will see what happened. So, without further ado, let's crack on with this race. Probably best from this view here. Can't see the lights. Oh, the lights. Oh, yeah, there we go. The lights are green. So Berserker gets a great start there, and is now side by side with Checky. And unfortunately, Checky misses his braking point here. Just gets it completely wrong. And if that was 10-pin bowling, I think he would have got a strike. Just causes utter chaos here as everyone tries to make their way through the field. But all that, another little bit of bumping and barging going on there between White Shark Ben and Street Boy. They all sort of get together, but as you can see, Beserker-Boy manages to go from, what was I, 13th on the grid up to 3rd, managed to weave my way through. Oh, and gets a nice little, that was a little bit naughty, I thought. Hang on, I remember that. So I'm side by side with White Shark Ben here. Ben gives me one little nudge there, so he knows I'm there. I'm up on his inside. I'm out, get through him, and then he just gives me a right old whack there. I didn't think that was very good. Oh, Blackie, oh, there's carnage back here. What's happened for Blackie? What's happened? It wasn't Ben, because Ben gives me one good nudge, and then gives me another nudge for good measure. You see, I'm right there, Ben. So Blackie tries to go up the inside here. Oh, Ben gives another. Oh, Ben gets Blackie as well. And does Ben wait for him? No, he doesn't. In the meantime, Mad Brush Racing is going to go up the inside here. Ben, what are you doing? Cutting the nose off there of Mad Brush Racing. So it really was quite rough, I have to say. As you can see, there's lots of contact from everyone through the whole field. All this has just done is allowed Potter McPot to gracefully get in front of everyone up here in the Subaru, and just, well, he's just cruising away. So at the end, coming up to the end of lap 1, we have Potter McPot in first place. Beserker-Boy's got through from 13th to 2nd. White Shark Ben, a bit bumpy I have to say, Ben, in 3rd. White Shark Phil in 4th. Nugs is up to 5th. Bobby's up to 6th. Jay Willis has gone from last, he's in the Mustang, is up to 7th. Checky is 8th. Oh, it's the turn 1 at Fuji's always a bit. Oh, someone's off there. Nugs has gone wide. Moley's gone wide. Let's just go back to where Moley was. Let's go on board with Moley. Gets it wrong. Spins it up on the green stuff. Yeah. Oh, and he's off. Manages to avoid. There's a little bit of contact, but Black is now back into 10th. It's a whole group of drivers up here, I have to say. This Street Boy's gone from 1st back to 9th. And Nugs has drifted wide there. Can Street Boy get up the inside in that McLaren? No, but Nugs has got up the inside of Checky. It's all very close here. The good thing about Fuji is it's a wide circuit, so at least there's spaces to run off. Oh, here's Street Boy's got a run here on Checky. Street Boy is he going to manage to outbrake him on the outside? Oh, Checky nearly takes out. Oh dear, Checky gets it completely wrong again and under braking. Good job, this is a test night. And he takes out Jay Willis, which is just that Street Boy Nugs to get ahead. Any damage on Jay Willis's car? No, no damage for him. So Street Boy is trying to undercut Nugs. Have a look at what's going on a bit further up the field. Oh, what shot? Someone was off there. Who was that? Let's just pause and go back then, see who that was. A bit further. Oh, White Shark Phil, what happened there? White Shark Phil in the Honda comes around the next to last turn, side by side with Bobby, gets it very wide. Again, spins it up and smashes straight head on into the barrier there. So again, end of lap 2 now. Or is this lap 3? Yep, no, this is lap 2. But Potter, oh, there's lap 3, there we go. It's in first place. Berserker's in second place. White Shark Ben has got Bobby right next to him now. Can Bobby's got up to 3rd place. Can he hold it in under braking? Certainly can. It looks like there's always White Shark Ben going to try and undercut him. No, he isn't. So Bobby got a little bit sideways. So Bobby's up to 3rd place now. White Shark Ben is now in 4th. Street Boy's got ahead of Nugs into 5th place. There's Nugs in 6th. Jay Willis, the race winner from last race, up into 7th. Checky's in 8th. Jim is in 9th. Blackie's getting bundled a little bit there from VR Richie. Do a little bit of contact there. Let's just go on board with Richie. Line of stern here. Yeah, a little bit of contact there. Nothing too bad. It just unsettles the Alpha. Another bit of contact there. Richie, you need to be a bit careful. You don't need to. All these little nudges, although they're not putting Blackie off, it's unsettling the car. So just need to be very careful there, Richie. He's see if he can get a run and try and outbrake the Alpha down into, I think it's called the GT hairpin. Black is trying to defend that line. He should have gone on inside, but there we go. Richie up the inside here. Black is trying to come in. Gives Richie a bit of a shove there. Blackie spins up the rear end of that Alpha though. So it's a nice little battle brewing here. It's a little bit bumpy bargy, but nothing too bad at the moment. As you can see, there's battles everywhere, and I really can't stand the paintwork on the back of that car. It's just so off-putting. Just no, it's wrong on so many levels. That does look nice apart from the rear of your car there. What car is that? I can't tell, you know. Not sure what that is. Anyway, I digress. Here we have White Shot Jim. He's going to get past Checky now, up into 8th place. Mustangs seems to be the go-to car at Fuji, I have to say. Because I know Jay Willis is quick. Oh, Checky's trying to outbrake the Mustang. Daring of Checky, but he doesn't quite make it. Has to go around the outside. So let's go make our way through the field, see what sort of lap times people are doing. At the moment, we've got Potham at Pot 79 in his Subaru. He's done a 46.5 as his best time in first place. Beserker has done a 45.5. I guess he's probably got a bit of a toe for that lap. Beautiful looking Jack Daniels inspired livery there. Beserker-Boy, aka the bus. Here comes Bobby in his Audi TT, done a 45.1. In third place, White Shark Ben. The GTR 47, so he's about 2 seconds off the paces, Ben. Street Boy's got up to 5th place, done a 45.5. Jay Willis, I'm expecting him to make his way through the field, to be honest. Jay is on a 45.9. The other Mustang 40 is in 7th place, it's 46.0. Nugs and the Ferrari is in 47s. Richie's done 46.7, so Richie's got the pace of Nugs. Dives up the inside here at the last corner and makes it stick. That's very clean. So Richie's now up to 8th, pushes Nugs back to 10th. Blackie's having a interesting race for him. Has he got a slipstream here on Nugs to try and catch up those cars in front? Nugs, has he got side by side? He has with Richie, so he's got past Richie again. Going into turn 1, who's gonna be the late breakers? Oh, I think Blackie. Yeah, I think Blackie unfortunately gave Richie a little love tap then into turn 1. Just a little bit again under the braking points of these cars at high speed are all different. See, look, yeah, Richie brakes and unfortunately. Blackie, there we go. Blackie gave Richie a bit of a push there. Oh, Checky now is trying to undercut Brush Racing and gets really wide. So does Mad Brush Racing. I'm surprised I didn't get penalties for that. There's Richie back in 12th. White Shot Jim. Phil, sorry, has recovered into 13th. Molly's a bit lonely back here in 14th. But he's got Quinton for company back here in 15th, and JRC has rage quit. So let's go through the field again after 8 minutes. But first, we're just going to have a little drink while we watch Potham and Pot cruise on by. Some glory shots here for Potter while I just have a quick drink to keep my voice going. So Potter coming down the main straight now. Can't quite shake Beserker-Boy, but Beserker can't quite catch the draft of Potter to catch up to him either. And there's Bobby still in third place. The first three all sort of spaced out, pulling away a little bit. Ooh, seems to be some action here between Street Boy and White Shark Ben. So I'm going on board with Street Boy. Yep, he's got the inside there of Ben. Ben's now also got Jay all over the back of his car as well. Let's go on board with Jay here, see if we can find a way past that GTR. I think Jay had to brake a little bit earlier than he wanted to then. Nice and smooth through this long right-hander. Undercut, Jay undercuts that GTR quite easy there, it looked like, to be honest. He's now got Street Boy in his sights as the race winner from the last race. Street Boy's just got enough grunt in that McLaren to pull away from the Mustang. Back here with Ben, who's now got a long gap between him and the other of the clan, Jim, and the other Mustang. And there's a bit of a gap now between Jim and Nugs in 8th. But Nugs has got Checky all over the back of his Ferrari. Checky had a nice quiet race 1. He made his way through the field. Oh, sorry, this is Richie, isn't it? Sorry, not Checky. He's got up the inside here of Nugs, pushes Nugs a little bit wide. Oh, Nugs has got the rear of that Ferrari span up there. Yep. And so Richie's got a better drive through that last corner. And Bobby's into the pits. Bobby's gone into the pits. That's surprising. Only after 10 minutes. A huge amount of tyre wear there. It's pitted early, I have to say. So let's go back. Pause it. So I'll go back to where I was, which was with these two here. Nugs, I'm pretty sure, is going to get a nice tow of that Ferrari's fast car. Yeah, here we go. Trying to get up the inside. Ooh! Bumping and barging. Let's go back and look at that again. So here we go. Nugs goes up the inside of Richie here. Gives Richie a bit of a bumping and barging as he goes through. I'm not sure what that's all about, I have to say. And there's Bobby coming out the pits. Richie dives up the inside of turn 1. Doesn't quite outbrake Nugs, so Nugs has taken his place back. In the meantime, Checky has caught up to Richie as well. They're going to outbrake the two. Yeah, they need to be more aware of what's going on, boys. Richie, you need to know that there's a car there. You can't just turn in on Checky. So Checky's got, he's not gone past just yet. No, Richie's holding the line. Gives Checky another little love tap. They're just holding this group up because now we've got Mad Brush Racing with Dennis. No, just look at that angle. Let's go on board with Checky. Looks like that windscreen's cracked, but it's not. He outbrakes. Oh no, I've got it wrong. So let's try a thing. I think Checky's completely outbraked himself again. Far too late. Is he going to take Nugs out? He is, you know. Oh, Checky's got his braking points horribly wrong. Yep, Checky's... yeah, Nugs has quit now. Not surprised Checky got the horrible braking point then. Let's just go back, see if Nugs... Where's Nugs? Here we are. He's on board with Nugs. I think he rage quit. To be honest, I can understand why. Because look how far Checky left his braking. Takes Nugs out. Nugs reset all the way back here. And I think he's about to go. Yep, there he goes. Anyway. So we're down to 14 drivers. Potter still out in front with Beserker, who still can't quite catch him in second place. They're both being caught by the imperialist Jay Willis in his Mustang, who can't quite shake off Street Boy in his McLaren. Is Street Boy going to get a slipstream here? He is. He's catching up to the Mustang, coming up to the end of turn 1. Is he going to manage to get up side by side by the braking point? It's going to be close. No, he decides not to do it here. Pretty sure Pete could have had a look up the inside there, but he didn't do it. So is he going to be able to stick with Jay for the rest of this lap? And how far? Oh, Ben seems to have gone agricultural. What happened with Ben there? Ben just lose the braking order on himself. Yeah, 12 minutes in that front left. is down a quarter. Ben seems to be struggling under braking, is trying to turn in quick, but he can't. And the other one of his family, Jim, has got in front of Ben. So, two great whites swapping places there. So Bobby, who's made a pit stop early, is now up into 7th. Richie is up into 8th. White Shark Fee, whatever, is in 9th after smashing head on into the barrier. Mad Brush Racing is 10th. Blackie's back here in 11th. Not sure what happened to Blackie there. Don't know why he's so far back. Mole is back in 12th. Mole's back in 12th. Quinn's back here in 13th. So we're only down to 13 runners. So I'm looking at the map to see where the nearest runners are. We've got Potter still can't pull away from Beserker, and Beserker still can't quite catch him. But so both being caught by Jay. Street Boy's still with Jay, and then we have a little bit of a meadow of drivers. But let's see if Street Boy this time on board with Street Boy here. Full right lock there. Ooh, spins it up a little bit. Can he get the drag? I think he's a little bit too far away, you know. Should have done it last lap. He's not going to catch up to that Mustang here. It's a long straight, but it's still too far away. No, he's not going to do it here at all. So, Ben's into the pits. Who else is into the pits? The other Ben, the other White Shark is into the pits. So just have a quick drinks break. So we reached the halfway point of the race. White Shark Phil's just come out the pits. Blackie in the Alpha's trying to go around it, has lost the place now. Trying to, well, not lost the place, trying to get around the outside of Phil, I guess it is. In 11th, not quite going to make a stick. I wonder if he's going to make a pit stop in the Alpha. Only 12th, Quinn's just coming out of the pits, 13th. On racing Super Soft. Just come out the pits. Oh yeah, there we go. I was going to say the tyres still look warm, but they're not. So Nox has quit, Jackie's quit, JLC's quit. So Potter looks like he's got a bit of a lead now over Beserker-Boy. Beserker, who finished 3rd in the last race, would be happy if he can keep that. But, Subaru in 2nd for this one, but it's just starting to get quite a bit of considerable wear on that front left tyre. Looks like Berserker's coming into the pits. Is Berserker coming into the pits? Yep, Potter's coming into the pits, and so's Berserker into the pits. So the front two runners into the pits. It's just allowed Jay Willis. Well, there's loads of people into the pit. Potter's in the pits, Jim's into the pits, Street Boy's into the pits. Berserker's coming out the pits now. He's not really gained anything on Potter. As you can see, the other boys coming out the pits now. Watch out, Jim's in the pits. So now we've got in the lead Jay Willis, who's not pitted on racing super stops in a Mustang. And now Bobby, who has pitted, is into 2nd place. Potter now down to 3rd. Berserker's now down to 4th place. Street Boy's 5th. White Shark Jim 6th. Mad Brush Racing, great livery apart from don't look at the rear. 7th place. Right, Ben's now back to 8th. Richie is in 9th. Phil's down to 10th. Blackie's 11th, and he's not pitted yet. Moley 12th. Quinn 13th. So, just trying to see where the nearest kind of battles have been brewing from. So sort of line astern at the moment. Back with Quinn, to be with. There we go, Jay. Bobby in second. All sort of spaced, evenly spaced out, the top 4 drivers. As you can see, Lineston, I don't think anyone's quite getting the draft of anyone else. Street Boy's 5th. He's all Jim. Let's go on board with Jim, see if he's getting the slipstream of that McLaren in front. Oh, there's a little bit battle brewing a bit further back. He's gonna get. No, he's not gonna get him under braking. Oh, I thought he was gonna. Thought he was gonna lose under braking and take Street Boy out then. So Mad Brush. It's got a gap between him and Ben. There's a gap between him and Richie. But Phil is all over the back of Richie. Let's see what the Honda is like. Undercuts the Renault quite easily there. Is Richie going to try and fight back underneath? He should have. I think that Richie would have better grip than the Honda around the inside. Yeah, he's got a nice drive coming through there. Instead of keeping it straight, gives White Shark Phil a bit of a tap. Tries to undercut here, so it's going to be interesting to see the power between the two here. Renault versus Honda power here. Coming down to, I believe it's the GT chicane, something like that anyway. They both get their braking points good. Nice line there from Phil. Keeping it tidy in front of the Renault driver here. Is that allowing Blackie to catch up? Is Blackie pitted? Blackie's still not pitted, and even though he's not pitted, he's back here in 11th. I thought it'd be a bit higher up here. Oh, Richie's looking up the inside here. Phil's going a long way around. Oh, I think Richie missed a gear shift then, to be honest. So let's see what the Renault power is like against Honda power. He should just about get a slipstream, but it's going to be interesting to see if he actually can gain any ground. Black is a bit too far away to make any move on these two. Now, as you can see, the Renault suffers top end speed. It's good under braking, can save his braking a little bit later. So he's caught back up to Phil. But the Honda's just starting to ease away a little bit. So let's just quickly go through the field again. Blackie in 11th, Molly 12th, Quinn 13th. Let's just go back up to the top. Jay still not pitted. That Mustang still not pitted. And now Bobby still hasn't been caught. Bobby has pitted. Bobby has pitted. He's not, doesn't look like he's catching Jay, but I'm sure if we've got 9 minutes to go, I would have thought Jay was going to start to suffer soon. But then is that Audi chewing up? Takes a lot of curb there, does Bobby? He might get a penalty for that. But that Audi does seem to chew through tyres quite quickly. Is Bobby going to catch the Mustang, but then lose the tyres, tyre grip quicker than he thought? And here's Potter. I think Potter is starting to catch Bobby here as well. Yeah, he's definitely catching Bobby now. And as you can see, he's on racing softs. So Potter on racing softs, not going to worry about tyre too much. But if he can keep it close to Bobby, he might be able to make a move on second place. Beserker-Boy is now a little bit on his own. He's got Street Boy herring after him in that McLaren. Right shot, Jim in a Mustang. It's a Toyota, that's what it is. I've managed to grin and bear it and look quite closely at the back of that car and seen there's a Toyota 86. That's enough of that. So we've got 8 minutes to go. I'm going to have another quick drink. I'll put it onto the glory shots of White Shark Jim. In a beautiful Mustang, I have to say. And just see, I think everything's going to start to concertina up in the last 7 minutes of this race. Because I think, yeah, Street Boy is catching Beserker-Boy, the bus. And I think Jim is catching Street Boy as well. So these three might be battling at the very end. So has Potter, yeah, here we go. I was going to say, has Potter got up to Bobby? He certainly has. And we know that WRX Scooby is good under braking. It's also got great acceleration out of corners. Is Potter, he's made a very clean move there on Bobby. Nice move. Is Bobby going to try and fight back underneath here? He's side by side with Potter. He's going to make the move, but Potter holds the line. Ooh, bit of a weird laggy moment there, I have to say. So Potter's got up into second place. Great driving by these two. In the meantime, yes, as I thought, Beserker-Boy has now got the McLaren of Street Boy close behind him. Let's come back to these two at the beginning of the start-finish straight. Let's see if Bobby can do anything about Potter in front of him. He's a little bit too far away. The tyre wear. See, look at that Audi. Bobby has pitted. And we've got 6 minutes left, and he's already... He did pit quite early though, didn't he? He pitted, I think, about 10 minutes into the race. So he's already near... He's lost a third of the tyre wear on that front right. So I think, as you can see, Potter's in a much better condition, even though he's on racing softs, to keep Bobby away from him. I don't think Bobby's got the slipstream here. No, he hasn't. But talking about slipstream, has Street Boy got the slipstream on Beserker? You can see Jim's, the great white shark of Jim. Beserker's trying to lose the slipstream of the McLaren. The McLaren versus Scooby down the start-finish straight. Beserker's holding that inside line, and he's got it under braking, still holding it. And he gets Scooby gets a great drive out of turn one. Does it look like? Yeah, it looks like. Not sure how that. Oh, there we go. It's all gone weird again for Bobby. I saw Bobby seem to be quite close to Potter. So, here we go. The Great White Shark. Cue the Jaws music. He's closing in on these two here. Here's the Great White Shark, Jim. Got 4 minutes left, so what's that, a lap and a half or so, with these boys all squabbling. Beserker's holding a very defensive line there. Can he make it stick? Yes, he can. He's held off Street Boy already, but now Jim is getting held up. I think Jim could probably find his way past both his drivers if he can get past the two in front who are squabbling. Just quickly go back here, see if anyone else is close. Ben's fairly close to Phil. Nolan's back here. Quinn's back here. So we went down to 12. Goodness me, someone else has quit as well. So we go back up to Street Boy, Jim and Beserker-Boy. So surely the McLaren can make a move on that Subaru. Ooh, not that close to the wall. Pete. So here we go again. This is the second time around now that McLaren is going to have a go at trying to take 4th place from Beserker. We've got 3 minutes to go. This is probably still 2 laps. Can Beserker hang on against that McLaren for another 2 laps? In the meantime, here we go. Here comes the Great White Shark. Jim closing in on Street Boy in front of him. This is great stuff. Line astern, 27 minutes of racing, and you can only separate these boys with a way for Finn Min. Jim's pushed. He didn't push his way, but he kind of forced his way. Oh, forced his way through, and I think Pete got his braking a little bit wrong, gave Jim a little bit of a love tap then. So here we go, McLaren's trying to go around the outside. What's the grip like on that ground? Yeah, a little bumping and barging. Oh yeah, no. So Pete got his braking wrong, so they're side by side now, wheel to wheel. Street Boy and White Shark Jim, they're squabbling together. Just giving a little bit of breathing room to Beserker-Boy with these two squabbling. In the meantime, I just remembered Jay Willis has not pitted the entire race, and his tyre wear's not exactly fallen off the cliff that much, has it? Racing Supersofts, he's only down to half. He's still doing 46.4. That's impressive driving there by Jay. No stopping with 1.5 minutes to go. Oh, Potter's gone very wide there, but he's got quite a big gap now on Bobby, whose front tyres are suffering big time. And Beserker-Boy can still maybe get third place. He's got much better grip, but he's got to worry about this Mustang of the Great White Shark Jim closing in. Can Beserker do what he's done to Street Boy at turn 1? No, Mustang. Oh, he can, you know. Sorry about that. Let's go. Just do that again from this angle. So here we have Jim. It's got quite a long way past Beserker into turn 1, but Beserker manages to stick it. Still under braking, but now he's got side by side with White Shark Jim coming into turn 3, and Pete's trying to, Street Boy's trying to get in on the action. So yeah, finally Jim has got past Beserker-Boy. Can Jim catch the struggling Bobby as well? Can Street Boy find a way past Beserker-Boy? He's been stuck behind that Subaru now for a good 6 minutes, and we've got 30 seconds, so this will be the last lap. Just watch what happens in this section here. Everyone's concertinaing up. Beserker's gone very defensive there. Beserker still couldn't think of like third place because he realises that Bob is suffering because they're so caught up so much. But in the meantime, here we have Jay. Fantastic no-stop drive in the Mustang, coming around the corner for the last time. Is going to take 2 wins out of 2. And Potter's done a fantastic race. He's going to finish second. But what we want to see is this. Let's go on board. So let's go back here. So White Shark Jim at the last corner got a good drive against Bobby. Bobby's trying to squeeze. Oh, what happened there? Trying to squeeze Jim, but what on earth is going on here? Hang on a minute. Let's just go from Beserker-Boy's point of view, or even from Street Boy's point of view. So what on earth happened to Bobby? So Bobby in the Audi's lagging on overpace. So Jim's got third. Street Boy and Beserker-Boy, oh, side by side till the very end. Bobby ended up 6. That was very weird. Let's just see how close that was again with... I'm trying to get Street... Oh, goodness me. Sorry about this, everyone. That's the one I want. Right, so here we go. So Street Boy. It's in the slipstream here of Beserker. Bobby's all over the place. Coming up to the line now. That's how different this car's length. So we'll go through who's finished where. Jay's finished first. Potter second. White Shark Jim in the Mustang third. Beserker fourth. Street Boy fifth. Bobby sixth. So here we have Mad Brush Racing seventh. VRC Richie eighth. White Shark Phil 9th, White Shark Ben 10th, Molly back here in 11th, plodding on. through the entire race. Been on his own for quite a lot of it. He's going to finish in 11th place. Coming down the start finish straight now. Here he comes to take the checkered flag. And where's Quinn? Quinn, who's been on his own all the way through this race, coming around the last corner now in his Lego sponsored Jag. Let's go on board with him here as he comes down the start finish straight for the last time. Takes the checkered flag, and there we have it. So that was the 2 races from last night. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope the sound levels are all okay, and we shall see you soon. Probably the weekend after the Friday night's racing. I'll try and do Pro League 2's commentaries at the weekend, and I hope to again see you soon. See you later. Bye.